Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's me, Lynn Renee McDonald, for Practical Spirituality, live from the Copper Dragon and the Institute for Christ Consciousness here in Virginia Beach. Today, we're going to do part 3 to the Karma video, the last two videos that we did here on YouTube, which have to do with karmic completions coming in for 2019 to 2020. So we're going to finish basically where we left off. And just to give you a quick rundown, all right, where we left off was from the last two previous videos on the YouTube here, and where we left off is where I was in Terrytown, New York, and an ancient witchcraft multidimensional battle ended up happening with my soul and some other souls right here in Earth World. And it's about when our souls go multidimensional, and things like this will be happening into 2020 and into the next 2 to 3 years, up to 5 to 8 years. Now, these things can happen anytime when your soul calls it in. The more metaphysical you become, and all these things connect. All right, all these things that are God, that are love, connect. There's a whole system here. All right, so the reason these things will be happening, especially during these times, is the planets are the catalysts, and what you signed in here for, or signed on for in your earth world present lifetime. All right, what happens in your earth world is totally related to that and your free will, because you signed on. And so these experiences, for those of you who have signed on certain levels, and part of those levels will be these experiences, they will be coming in for you. And that's what I'm talking about, okay? So on a soul level, I went through a cycle, depending on also what I asked God for consciously, right? So this is that video. And where I left off, this woman was wailing unwell energy at me and started this, basically this fight, this what you would call a fight, an argument, a battle from ancient witchcraft times. And at the time, I didn't really put it together. I didn't know what the fuck was happening, because I'm here in Earth World Dimension, but yet I am in another dimension within my soul that is pulled out. So now we're in two different dimensions at the same time. Really magical shit, right? And how do we know this? We know that by what is happening is so bizarre, right? I'm trying to get in the door. They won't let me in. Most normal people in Earth World see somebody who wants to get in the door to a public place and they let them in, right? You know? And so that's like the normal human behavior. So that was like something for me to note. And I was like, what the fuck? And doing the right thing from love. Are they doing the right thing from love? Because they weren't. They were totally blatantly ignoring me. There was all kinds of other weird things going on there. Two other people weren't helping me. There was all kinds of strange energy. I could feel my soul rising up, basically. You have a subconscious soul space and you have a conscious soul space. And I could feel my whole subconscious soul space, which is always present, all right, and always runs the show, taking over. When that happens, we become, many times, doesn't mean we're not conscious. It means that takes the initiative, because that really runs the show. And you will feel all of these things happening to you, and everything will feel kind of surreal and kind of gel-like. Sometimes you will see that, right? Sometimes you'll feel that, but you also notice that when this stuff happens to you, multidimensionally, and you have these experiences that nobody else really notices. It's like you'll be in the middle of a fucking stadium, and this will be right there on the middle of a football field, and nobody will be noticing except for you and whoever else is directly involved in that moment and called this in upon that moment in this reality in their souls. And like us, like what I'm talking about here. So it'll be like, it's so super surreal, because you'll be like looking around and nobody's paying any attention. Nobody's saying anything, and nobody else is aware that this is even going on. But yet you're in two different worlds at once. This is the unique magic that is all part of love energy, that is God, that happens here in Earth World. And the higher we vibrate, the more these super advanced souls like us keep coming in and working on our stuff, the more we change the world from the highest form of love, because that's what this is. This is all part of, if you thought about it science-wise, like talking about the way, right? that love energy works, right? Not going to be explained by science in Earth World, all right? There are some things in Earth World that can definitely be explained through science and math and all these cool formulas, and that's part of the wonderful vibration that is Earth World. But stuff like this is defined by the metaphysical laws or law of universe, law of love energy, meaning not laws like Earth World laws meaning the way things work here in Earth World, both metaphysically and physically in Earth World reality, okay? So my whole experience that I just spoke about in this last video, and then I'm going to tell you more about, right, is all of this that I'm explaining here to help you understand what happens when these things happen, to give you a clue so you know what the fuck is going on. Because there's a part of you, or there's a part of me in that space where I was like, what the fuck is going on? And so your head, you kind of sometimes will become ungrounded, but your soul knows exactly what it's doing. Trust your soul from love, right? All right, especially at these levels, right? And if you don't know what it's doing, or you don't know what's happening, that's why what we teach is so important, because this is how I get all these answers. Ask and you shall receive. I ask God, I ask love. What's the God's honest truth here? What is happening? Why is this happening? What's going on? And that's how I learn and I understand what is the truth, the God's honest, authentic truth of what is happening in this moment, at this time, what's happening with me, these people, why this is happening, right? And this is about ancient witchcraft battles that were unfinished. And I've had, I would probably say about 5, like not exactly similar circumstances, but 5 experiences since last September, October, November, December to present day now, that are like this, that have to do with this cycle of karmic healing, and or you could say karmic completions, all right? Things that were unfinished battles, unfinished business with souls from ancient times that our souls have called in to heal ourselves, to move past these things, karmic agreements. That's what all of this is, okay? So we'll be going through cycles of this during these times here in Earth World and into the future. Now remember, all right, there is a whole law of love energy with Earth World, right? A certain vibration, right? In this reality, Earth World, right here, right now. And then there's the metaphysical laws of love and all that is. And then there's the combination of that, which is this, which is with Earth World, right? A balance, right? Of that here in Earth World reality, right? Or dimension. So you have to be able to balance, right? And know from your soul wisdom, right? How these things here really truly work, and be able to know this, how this works, and this is part of this, just a different vibration, and be able to mash and balance them, right? And this is why the only way you're really going to know everything and all that is and all the solutions and all the understanding is by working with love 24/7 as much as possible for your greatest you, your greatest life, your greatest understanding. Because if you don't understand this and you don't understand this and you don't understand this, how they mesh, then you're pretty much fucked, especially if you don't work with love or in the highest form as much as possible. And it's all a journey. So you're going to start at whatever level you are in and signed on to come in, and everything that is God affects everything else. To give you an example, if you look exactly where you're sitting right now, I'm sitting on this couch, right? I'm sitting on this couch, right? And this couch is attached to the rug, not attached to the rug, but it's touching the rug. The rug is touching another rug. Then it's touching all the furniture on the floor, and the furniture is touching, my drink here, the products, the sage, the pens, whatever is all around. Everything is touching everything else. And really, that is a visual understanding here to mirror how God and universe really works. Everything is interconnected and so intricate in design of all that is. That's why everybody's perceptions are so different, and we're so unique because God itself is so eccentric and so amazing and so love, right? And it is all that is. So in these spaces, right, the best way to get the best understanding of what the fuck is going on in all areas of your life and with you is what? is by working with love 24/7. Ask and you shall receive. It's the Christ formula, right? Okay, so by doing that, then I can understand these metaphysical experiences. What the fuck is happening with me? Am I losing my mind? Because a lot of people might be like, oh my God, she's a fucking nut job. Fuck no. I talk to God all the time. All because they think you're a nut job in Earth World does not mean that you are. Take it to source, right? And you'll get the God's honest truth about all the answers, about everyone, everything, and all that is. This is what I teach, man. I'm not fucking playing either. My job is to understand this, not just for me and for the people who came in to be my close personal family, but for the world, man. I'm here to help and assist with the changes here in Earth World. So I'm a teacher of love in the highest form. And if I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, then I can't be that at all, right? And my whole life would be all sorts of fucked up, because if anything in Earth World reality, what's happening in your reality happens in 3D Earth World, right? It happens because it tells you the truth of what's going on in your soul, what's going on metaphysically. And both this environment in Earth World and this one here work together, right, to bring you your best reality and your best understanding. And they mirror each other. Okay. And they're all part of the same thing that is all that is God. So the more you work with love, the more you're going to understand these experiences like this one that I'm thinking, right? And that I'm thinking that I'm talking about here, this experience that I had. And I have many other ones we'll probably talk about into the future, right? But this is all to help you get the best understanding of what the fuck I'm talking about, right? So understand this. The more you ask, the more you receive. The more you don't know, you ask love that you do know. You ask love to understand it. You ask love to speak through you. All right. This is how I get the answers to everything I do. Okay. I'm a love energy channel in the highest form. So this isn't me personally. I am part of this. The more pure and the more I work with God, the more purer my soul becomes, the more open it up it comes, the more gifts and tools and love energy magic I have, right? And that's why these experiences will then be naturally happening for me more and you more, or whoever is doing this work, right? Or works with love at whatever level you are at. And it's all part of a journey. I didn't get here being born like this, right? I got here, right, through lifetimes, right? It's already in my soul, right? All of us are like that. We already have the ability to be this. Ask and you shall receive. But make sure when you do ask for amazing things and amazing metaphysical gifts, that you are working with God, so that whatever comes in, you don't think that you're going nuts or crazy, right? And you don't get in those unwell earth world spaces and belief systems, that you take everything to source. So the formula is right here. All right. And when we get our most afraid in our souls, we usually go right into that space. What do? When we're the most scared, when we got nothing left, when we're our most miserable, most grief-stricken, most sad, most tormented, most unwell, what do? We ask God. We ask love for assistance. Please, God, I don't want to suffer anymore. Please, God, I don't want to be this guy anymore. Please, God, let me understand this. Do you see? This is why this is so important. Okay. So this is why I have the answers to what the fuck this is, right? And I always ask, what's the God's honest truth? Because I cannot be teaching or learning that for myself, because then I'm living a lie if I don't have the God's honest truth. And I can't be teaching people what isn't that, because you're going to know it's not the truth by how it feels. That's how we're designed. Our feelings are some of our best creative gifts, right? They tell you what the fuck is going on with everything in you, out here, everybody, everything, and it's your God connection source. It's all part of the highest design of that law of universe, law of love energy. It's amazing shit. So back to where I was with this woman. After having explained all this, she's wailing this energy at me. I just wanted to get in there and get my shit, but she brought the battle to my soul. But of course, my soul agreed to this before we came in. And when I ask source for things will start happening in your earth world reality, so that you understand what is going on, and so that you get the whole picture. Okay, so basically I have to finish this battle with her. I took her energy. My soul became super angry on a subconscious, now conscious level, right? Because I know what's going on, but my soul is basically taking over here, and it's taking her energy and it wails it back to her, right? And I said 10 to 100-fold. And basically, I sent her off with her own shit because I'm all about love. This is what I came here to do and teach. And this is about healing this stuff in my soul, finishing up the karmic bullshit that does no longer serve me, nor does it help me to carry this stuff around in my soul. So this was about her healing, her growing, her finishing karmic cycles from the beginning of all time in different lifetimes that are present in her soul. Because remember, you're a portal of God that has all these other portals of love energy that is God, that are your life experiences and all part of and connected to your God connection of all that is love and is everything and all that is, right? So it's about all this, how God works together, or universe works together, the law of love energy, and this is about finishing karmic stuff. So, and it's also about learning. It was huge learning for me. I'm like, holy shit, this is really cool stuff. We are far more magical, far more amazing than we even have a fucking clue here in Earth World. It's incredible stuff. So you're all going to be experiencing coolest shit like this. Ultimately, I ended up leaving, right? After that last battle where I wailed that woman's energy back to her, and I ended up leaving, but it took me a while to calm down and understand this because I was so in an emotional space with it. I was fucking wound up, and I was like, okay, God, calm me down, heal me now, clear this out of me, And then I'm asking people around me because I'm walking around going to buy some products and stuff, right? And I'm talking to people, and nobody even realizes that this happened. Nobody saw it. And this is more evidence in Earth World of what the truth is about what's going on here. It is a multidimensional peace and time that came out into this reality, right? Through my soul and her soul at the perfect storm, so to speak, the perfect time for it to meet, right? All governed by the catalyst that is the stars, what we ask God for, all that is love energy, right? It's for it to come out so we can finish this, complete this karmic, both separately and together, and move on. But the fact that the people, nobody even saw anything. Nobody even knew what was happening except for the three of us, that one woman who kind of bolted away, didn't want to get involved, but was super unwell in her own space because I'm standing there asking her to open the fucking door. And I didn't say it like that. I said, please open the door, right? And she wouldn't. And I'm like, how could this be happening, right? So all of these things put together are our spirit, universe, God, love, through earth world vibrational energy and metaphysical God, love energy of telling you the truth about what is happening. And so I could understand it better afterwards, whenever I have a moment, I take it right to God and I ask love, what is going on here? Ask love, why is this happening? Ask love, what is this about? Get all of your answers and for the best outcome and to clear your blocks, clear anything unwell in you in reference to this. And thank you, God, for that for me and us, in our souls and all we are, be, say, do, and create and all that it is. And thank you for these gifts now, please, in the best way for us and all, or something better. It's that fucking simple. Right? Okay, so I wanted to share the rest of this YouTube with you. I wish you guys the best day from love, and I'm sure we'll have a lot more really wicked cool stories and things to learn about with Law of Universe, Law of Love Energy, meaning just the way things work with love or God, right? In the highest form of consciousness, so that we can work together to change the world. Because the more we share and teach and work together with each other and with love, the more we change the world together and the more great things happen. All right, many blessings to you all. I love you, and I'll do a new YouTube ASAP because apparently we're on it. We're supposed to be on it. All right, wishing you guys the greatest day. Thanks.